This is a lesson that I have previously taught, and it's finding equations of lines. The notes are already filled in for us, so I'm going to give a brief overview. Now, we are going to first start with talking about standard form. Standard form comes in ax plus by equals c. Our variables are x and y that will represent the coordinates of the points that this line goes through. A, B, and C are coefficients. Those are numbers, but they're also integers. We would like the A in front of the x to be positive when we arrange our line. This is an ending point. This is not a starting point, so don't start with this form. The point-slope form in the middle is y minus y1 equals m, the slope, times x minus x1. And this is if we have one point clean that up a little bit. This is if we have one point only and the slope. Now the third form that we have is slope-intercept. You're used to this. The B right here is the y-intercept. This is where your line will cross the y-axis. So when we try to decide how to find the equation of a line, we just need to know what information that we have. Now, if you have one point and the slope, you go directly to the equation, the formula with that name, point slope. If you're given 2 points and you're given no slope, you have to find the slope first, but you have 2 points and you know the slope formula, so you can find it using the slope formula. And then you would plug into point slope. Use either point. It doesn't matter which one. And if you're given the slope and the y-intercept, remember the y-intercept in your formula is b. Now, in these equations, we've already worked these. In example 1, you're given the slope of -2 and you're given the y-intercept of 5. The y-intercept is b, so y is equal to mx plus b. So we substitute what we know, which is the slope, and the y-intercept. So I'm going to put -2 in here and 5 in here. But that's not standard form. Standard form has the x and the y together with the x positive. So I'm going to add 2x to both sides, and that gives me 2x plus y equals 5. Now on the next example, I'm given 2 points, and I don't know the slope between those 2 points, so I'm going to use the slope formula and find the 2 points. In the numerator, you're going to subtract the y's. So you're going to subtract the 1 and the -2 for a 3, and then you're going to subtract the 5 and the 1 for 4. So now what we will do is, now that we have the slope, we'll find the equation of the line. Well, y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So how do you know which x and which y to substitute into? You will substitute into the one with the subscript that shows the point. So I'm going to show you how to do both of them. I'm going to start with using 1, -2. So you're going to have y minus -2, which is plus 2, equals your slope, and then x minus 1. Now I'm going to substitute, I want to solve, but first I want to get rid of this fraction. I'm going to multiply everything through by 4. Multiplying by 4 on this side cancels the 4, and multiplying on this side we're actually going to distribute the 4 all the way through the parentheses. And we need to distribute that 3 through this parentheses. Now, my 3x is already positive, so I'm going to leave it there. But I'm going to add this 3 over, like that. And I'm going to make it 3x minus 4y. Now, just to show you that we can do this, we are going to do it again, except with the other point. And just to show you, we get the same equation of the line. So I'm going to do y minus 1 this time. And I'm still going to keep my same slope. And then x minus 5. And just like before, I'm going to multiply the 4 on both sides to clear out that fraction, which makes that cancel. And so I'll have 4y minus 4 equals 3 times x minus 5. And then 4y minus 4 equals 3x minus 15. My 3x is already positive, so I'll subtract the 4y to be with it, and I'm going to add the 15 over to the 4. And so you can see it doesn't matter which point I use, I'm going to get the same thing. Okay, now for this last example, I'm given a slope and I'm giving a point. Now, I have a formula called point slope right here that I'm going to use. Only substitute in for variables and point slope that actually have the little number. So we have y minus negative 7 equals negative 2, which is our slope, given to you at the top, and then x minus 3. And after we distribute all that, we have y plus 7 equals negative 2x plus 6. And I want that in standard form, so we'll add that negative 2x over here, and I'm going to subtract 7 from 6, and this puts my equation in standard form. And that's how we find equations of lines using these 3 forms. And as you can see, standard form is an ending, it's never a beginning. Point slope and slope intercept will be your beginning.